Wow. Hey everybody, welcome back to Games versus Gains, where we talk about games, and all kinds of things. We're back again. That was a fast turnaround. We're doing kind of like adding them to the first. I guess this would be episode 2 actually, a continuation of episode 1. We are your hosts, Sweet Sauce Boss. We got Stelly 0072. Hey, what's up?
Yo, what's cracking?
Yeah, what's cracking? And last but not least, the Beast, Warrior Big G 75. Say what's up. And yeah, we're back again, and we really enjoyed filming the first part, so we're gonna kind of go into a little bit more topics, but I mean still stay on the gaming tip, you know. We had an idea. We're gonna I guess Sal, Gilbert, you guys brought it up. What you guys want to talk about?
Well, we've been gaming for a very long time, each one of us. We've made some purchases I'm sure we've all regretted. So I wanted to go into, what is a game that you bought? I'm sure there's more than one, but a few games you remember buying and you're like, this was not worth the money I paid for. For me, the first one on the PlayStation 4 I remember most vividly is the Order 1850 or something like that.
Oh shit.
It was so hyped up. It had like amazing graphics, all that stuff. It was one of those games where you see the graphics, you're like, oh, this is going to be a great game. All these trailers showing all this dramatic footage, right? The game came out, the gameplay is so shitty. It's a beautiful game, but it's so many shades of gray. Like, it's very bland. It gets very bland very quick. I didn't play more than 2 hours of the game.
Shit.
And I pre-ordered it on PlayStation, the store. Back then you couldn't do refunds on the PlayStation when you pre-order games.
Got wrecked.
It's the Order 1886, my bad. Hated it. I should go back to it just to play it, because apparently it's an easy platinum. That's not happening though. A more recent one, before there's a few that we could all agree on.
Yeah.
But this one's one of my personal more recent ones was We Happy Few.
Oh. Okay.
That game looked so cool. It was like another game that was overhyped, right? In development for like a few years, crowdfunded. It was a big deal because that's not an easy thing to do. Super hyped for the game. I don't know if you guys know anything about it, but it's like if World War II turned out differently and people were depressed in like London, and they take these happy pills when it distorts their whole reality, and the truth is like they're eating rats the whole time instead of all this other stuff they think. Very cool concept. The game itself is very broken for being a crowdfunded game. A lot of bugs. There's like a few missions you couldn't beat because of the bugs. The frame rate was horrible. You walk down the street and it takes like 3 minutes for everything to load. Crap. Absolute crap. That's all I could say. But those are the first two off the top of my head. Yeah, that come to mind, besides the ones we've all agreed on collectively.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll hand it over to Gilbert.
I think for me, the one that comes to mind that was the most absolute steaming pile of
goat shit
was there was a movie, I think it was like a 2001 or 2000 movie with Sylvester Stallone called Driven, where he plays like a Formula One racer.
Mm-hmm.
and they made a movie of the game. And I remember we got it at GameStop and started playing it. And the controls were so bad you couldn't do shit. It was like a first-person Formula racing game, and you could literally do nothing but crash all over the race course. And I hated it so much that we freaking returned the game and said, fuck this shit. Like, what the hell is this?
Jesus.
And recently, I think I want to. Oh, I'm kind of torn because it does have. It is playable, but just Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Yes.
Especially because.
Oh boy.
Because I bought the.
That's right.
Edition. It was like $100 I spent on that fucking game, and it turned out to be fucking shit. Wasn't well thought out. The controls and how it plays was similar to Wildlands, but the story and just everything with the missions, the way the missions are played out and everything, it's just very dry. Like, it doesn't have much. It's all
substance,
one and done.
bro.
Yeah,
there's
no
not
substance
to the game.
It feels so cheap in my
It's so
opinion.
empty. Not to barge in, but I wanted to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Because me and Gilbert were super hyped for this game. Because we played Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is a great game, by the way.
We played that from the
dude,
beta.
from the beta. We played that. We were so hyped. And we played it through, like, since launch, or since beta, then launch. I had a few technical problems, but they kind of ironed it out with the season pass and the DLCs and the patches, and it turned out to be a great game. So we were hyped, understandably, for Breakpoint. One of the last missions in the DLC for Wildlands was I think it was Operation Oracle, and that was the one that introduced Cole Walker, which is who was played by John Bernthal. And so we had a teaser, we had a mission in Wildlands that introduced him, and he had his own cool story. Like, he was a rogue ghost that was fed up with shit going on with the drones and all this stuff. So it was kind of cool, his introduction. And when we found out about Breakpoint, and he was going to be the main villain, and all the great voice acting that he does, and all the story-driven stuff that we were led to believe that was in there, we were super hype about it. So, like Gilbert said, he ordered the Ultimate Edition. I think I bought just the regular. And when it came out, we played the beta. The beta was buggy as shit. I mean, that's what betas are. They're tests. But when it came out, boy, oh boy, did they fuck that game up. It was not... Like, the story was, like he said, it was dry as shit. It was the quests weren't interesting at all. They were all fetch quests. Like, oh, go here to collect this intel. Go here to, fucking talk to this person, and then go over there, and like
there's
the
so
whole
much back and forth.
There's so much, like, and it's supposed to. I guess they wanted you to explore the island, but the island it's boring. There's no like communities. I mean, I guess it's inherent because you're like on a hostile island, and you're supposed to be there by yourself, and it's all just enemy soldiers. But even just the scenery itself, like, it was so bland. It was boring. There was nobody there except for like patrol routes that it was like 2 people, 3 people at a time, and it wasn't interactive at all. God damn, it was, oh man,
The only thing that was good about the game was John Bernthal.
John Bernthal.
Like, he carried that whole fucking game.
He carried it. His acting carried it. Like, he was involved in maybe 40%, maybe 30% of the game. And his cutscenes were gold. Like, his tone, the way he carried the cutscenes and his character, fucking awesome. But the rest of it was shit. All the other characters, fucking, I don't care about them. Like, dude, like, who they have? Jay Scale, this fucking bitch ass.
Nomad in the game is literally an emotionless fucking robot.
Yeah, Nomad was not as, he didn't have a personality. I mean, even in Wildlands, like, fucking shitballs. Like, he would say funny shit like that, or like, you know, he had a lot more, not a lot more personality, but he had more personality than the Nomad and Breakpoint. And I think just the amalgamation of bad choices, I don't even know if that's a word, but bad choices that just made the game like I want to delete it off my system. That's how, even with the season 1, the year 1 stuff, you know, they had the Terminator live event. They have what do they have now? They had the Red Patriot that just came out, the DLC with the Bodark and those people, but it's still, like, just the core game, not fun. I kind of regret buying it.
I'm so
and
glad
being hyped for it.
I bought it for $30.
Yeah, you bought it on sale. You got lucky.
I only played twice now. I had to play the intro, right?
Yeah.
It felt so downgraded. Like,
dude,
it felt so stiff compared to Wildlands.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. Like, Nomad is bland. You know, I felt like I was playing like an actual operator in Wildlands.
Looks like a fucking... Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't even understand why they switched the voice actors for Nomad.
I don't know. They were trying to take a serious turn.
I get it. Yeah, I get it that because the game actually takes place years after Wildlands, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
I hate that game.
I've
only played twice.
They dropped the ball big time, dude. And the second time we played Ghost War, right? Right?
Yeah.
Then we played Ghost War.
That's one thing I played with you guys nonstop on Wildlands.
And Wildlands, because Wildlands is sick.
I freaking loved it.
But I think just the bad game design choices that they made, like the whole loot grinding thing, with the level tier stuff, level tier loot, which is the only way you can make skill credits pretty much, besides doing missions straight out. But
that came from the Division.
They had the Division shit thrown in there. They had the Far Cry shit with the botany, with the making rations and picking up plants and shit. Like, I'm a fucking ghost. Like, why am I picking up plants and killing animals? And they try to streamline all the Ubisoft games, man. And just really shitted on the Ghost Recon franchise, I guess. That game was ass. Like, I'm gonna delete it after this video. Like, there's nothing to look forward to.
I just updated it too.
Weren't you saying that after the next live event, they're like not gonna have anything else?
I've heard that. I mean, they've been so dry. Like, Ubisoft Paris have been so like hush hush about anything really. And then next gen is coming up, so I don't even know if they're gonna be putting time into the shit ass pile that is fuck point. So, that's a lot of editing I have to do there. But, yeah, dude. Yeah, that one really grinded my gears.
I could tell.
I'm trying to think of another game.
One that you've experienced just by yourself.
Yeah, I don't think... I can't say that I've ever had a really regret after playing the game, or like a bad time. Usually I know what I'm getting myself into, and I'll look up reviews or like just straight up gameplay, which is why my game library has kind of been the same, tried and true, like a couple franchises that I've been rocking with, or like stuff that my friends recommend that I get. I think a recent one that I played that was super hype, but I think fell off, which is funny, is Fall Guys. I think Fall Guys fell the fuck off. I think after Among Us came out, or Among Us has been out for a while, right? They just started to get popular.
Like a month ago or so.
Oh, okay. So, no, it was like soon after Fall Guys, but that game everybody was big hype on that. I was okay-ish, like, it looked like a fun game, but that kind of fell off, and I don't think I'm gonna pick it up anytime soon, just because it's pretty.
It's boring by yourself.
Yeah, it's boring. Even with the party game, it's like. It's it's the same kind of. It gets boring after a while.
Yeah,
you can only play so much of it. But I think any battle royale games, I kind of stopped playing after a while, just because like what was that? I played Fortnite when it came out, and thankfully only for a little bit, and that's one that a lot of the kids these days are super into.
Shit in that game.
Dude, I can never. Dude, I played with Sal a couple of times, right? We kind of did some duos.
No, we played H1Z1.
Oh, yeah, no, that game, fuck that game too. I think it's just on the consoles. Like, I'm sure it's great on PC, or at least the frame rate or something. But I can't do H1Z1. Any Battle Royale games, like fucking Apex Legends, all the big ones. I'll play them for like the first 2 days, and then I won't want to play them. But I can't even think of, even back then, like playing games. There's not a game that I was severely disappointed in. Shit, yeah. I don't know.
So, what I also wanted to talk about was, with PlayStation Store, there's a lot of games that are on sale now. Like. Right. You see something on sale, it's like, oh, it's $5, might as well give it a try. I'm sure we've all been there, What's a game you've gotten that was way better than you expected it to be? For me, when I first got the PlayStation 4, Binding of Isaac was free on PlayStation Plus. Dude, I would have paid like a full $30 for that game. Like, no joke. I've played that game for hours, and if it wasn't free, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Wait, what game is it called again?
The Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac. Okay.
It's one of those games that's generated as you go. They're dungeons.
Sounds like some BDSM.
Yeah. so let me break this down.
All right.
It's about this kid. Everyone knows Super Meat Boy, right?
Right, Super Meat Boy.
So it has Super Meat Boy graphics. Okay. Top-down dungeon crawler, basically. This kid, his mom's like super religious, and she's kind of like losing her mind that God told her to kill her son, and so he hides in the basement. And the basement is full of different kind of basement-type dungeons, cellars. And stuff like that. And so you're running around as this kid crying, shooting like these random ass enemies, like little turds. like seriously little pieces of shit, right? And spiders and like these weird demon-looking things, and it's pretty badass. And it's hard. It's really hard. Like I've only beaten it like 3 times, and I've played hundreds of times. And it's awesome because there's all these different kinds of characters and bosses, super challenging, tons of replay value because it's generated newly each time. There's tons of different power-ups, and the 8-bit style graphics works for it perfectly. And like honestly, like I said, never would have bought, but after playing, would definitely put like $30 down on it. And they have the new DLC coming out soon too that I plan on buying.
Nice.
I think like later this year. So what are games like that for you that you bought and you're like, damn, why was I sleeping on this?
Damn, you got one, Gilbert?
Yeah, there was one recently that I heard really bad things about. Everybody was shitting on it, saying it was like boring and it was, you know, like it was really just crap. And then I played it and I like freaking loved it. Like it was a good drawn out story. It wasn't like a, you know, you get those games where the story is like hella short and then there's like nothing else to it. And like no other substance that they can add on. And then but this one, it was Days Gone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like all I expected was like a zombie game where you just run and shoot zombies, but there was a whole storyline to it. It's about this guy. You know, the guy has his own background. It's an intriguing story because the whole time this guy has thought that his wife is dead, but then he finds out there's a possibility that she's alive. And so the game is about him trying to that's what drew me to it, is because it's made by a studio called Bend Studios, and it's based in Bend, Oregon, and I have family members that live in Bend, Oregon, and it's like kind of a possibility that I may be moving there. I don't know when, but it's an idea of a place me and my family want to move to because it's right there where our relatives are. And the map of the game is like all in Oregon. It's like post-apocalyptic Oregon, and there's actual locations that exist in real life in Oregon that's there in the game. And it was really cool to see that in like something, you know, because I last November I went to Oregon, to Bend, Oregon, and in the opening cutscene of the game, they should, you know, I recognized a building that's actually in Bend, Oregon, so I thought that was really cool. And
Nice.
So they you know, with video games, I guess sometimes they gotta rename stuff, so they I guess they used like, I guess Bend used to be referred to as Farewell Bend, Oregon, so in the game Bend, Oregon, they renamed Farewell. And so there was just a whole lot to that. There's like, it's so layered, like the story is layered. It really kind of left room for a sequel, and I'm like really hoping that they do that and like capitalize on it and actually bring like expand it a lot more. So that was a good game for me. That was like probably one of my favorite games of the past year or so.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
All right.
I'm gonna retract my previous statement. I do know a game that I was kind of disappointed in. And luckily I bought it when it was on sale and not when it was just coming out. Dying Light. Dying Light was another one of those fucking mediocre ass piece of shit zombie games. It wasn't bad. It was mediocre to a fault. I enjoyed the gameplay for about 2 days. It's very fun if you like just like mindless zombie killing and shooting and
especially playing with people.
Yeah, that's fun, you know, have the zombie horde and you know, hitting them with electric guitars or frying pans and just outrageous stuff like that, doing drop kicks and shit. That was fun for about 2 days, and once you get past that and the parkour jumping and shit like that, it's boring. Like, I don't know, like the story was like, I didn't play all the way through. I didn't have to. I had Gilbert play all the way through, and I already knew where I was kind of going. You know, they have the you know, the dude that's like kind of running errands and for some big bad, and he meets this chick. Oh, spoiler alert, whatever. But there's a hot chick, and of course she's gonna fucking die at the end, and it was just very like predictable, I guess. And the gameplay wasn't enough to kind of keep me engaged, so I completely dropped off that game for how deadly mediocre it was. Sorry, I had to get back to that one. I think that was
good, man.
that was the only one that was that I could think of other than Breakpoint off the top of my head lately.
That's agreeable.
That was Days Gone was probably the most recent game that I just fucking loved.
Yeah, you just fell in love with it.
And in the past, ones that I used to play all the time, this is like on PlayStation 2, they actually, like, it's one of those games that's like very, it's not well made. The graphics are completely
kind of touched on it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, the graphics are absolutely horrible, but the gameplay itself is actually very fun and very like replayable, and you can replay it all the time and it's still fun. It was this game called it's based on it's a game they made after Bad Boys 2, the movie. It's called Bad Boys Miami Takedown. The voice acting was horrible, the graphics were horrible, but it was very, very playable. Like, I could replay that all the time. It was a fun, like, well-played shooter, like third-person shooter.
Wow.
And but yeah, that was pretty cool. And then there's one that kind of mixed, like, I guess it was like a driving action game. They actually made a PlayStation 2 video game of the old TV series Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, wow.
I used to play that all the time. That was one game that was always fun.
Dude, the cool thing about that one was you could connect the light gun to the game. So one person could be driving, right? And then your second player could be shooting.
Whoa.
It was badass.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Like, you can do 2-player, and like one person can shoot and the other... Like, I may have done that with my brother, but I don't really remember. It was mostly me playing it most of the time.
Nice.
That was a fun one.
Shit. Damn, okay, so we covered those topics. I guess I mentioned a little bit earlier on the other podcast, or the episode, arcade gaming. We used to go to Golfland a lot. We went, I think it was second grade. I went on a field trip to the to an ice skating rink, and you know, everybody was over there on the ice skating floor, and they were trying to, you know, they were slipping and falling and shit. I went the opposite way because I saw arcade games, and them shits were mesmerizing. I remember seeing NFL Blitz. If you've ever played those games, like the over the top like football, it was like a midway game, and the favorite parts were like after the play was done, you can like take control of your character and tackle the other team, and with no penalty around it, and it was very over the top, kind of like NBA Jam, where it's like super exaggerated, but it was really fun arcade game. And then of course they had all their they had their Soul Caliburs and their Tekkens, and I'm trying to think of there's this one game I was super into. It was like it was actually a horror game. Okay, there was a gun game, House of the Dead. Have you ever played that sound?
Hell yes.
Yeah,
Dude, okay,
yeah.
House of the Dead. Even though I wasn't into horror shit, or any like zombie games, I think at that time I played Resident Evil 3, so I wasn't like too scared of that. But like at the arcades, I think it was Golfland, they had a House of the Dead shooting game, and dude, I was on that. Like most of the time I was there, just because how freaking, I don't know, light gun games and like those kind of games that require that shit were like the on-rail shooters. They were pretty fun, especially in the arcades when you had like, you can have like a 2-player kind of thing going on.
All-time freaking favorite, Time Crisis.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Time Crisis. Shit, that was my jam too.
Yeah.
Dude, Time Crisis.
That was a must play whenever I went to an arcade.
Yeah, damn, I forgot about that. But dude, that is up there. Like, I wish they kind of rebooted that series, because that was kind of popping. Damn, but like,
wonder if a VR version would be cool.
Dude, yeah, I haven't been. Like, I haven't ever tried VR gaming. Have you guys done any VR gaming?
No, I haven't. I've been thinking about getting like a VR headset and trying it out, but
my issue is, as you guys both know, I used to be really skinny, and my mentality is I'm not used to being bigger now, so I bump into everything.
Oh, yo, he might break something.
I literally like walk in stretches all the time because I think I can fit. Like, not that I'm super swole or anything, but I used to be a twig. Oh, so you know, I lived my whole life like that. Yeah, so I bump into too much crap. And
do you have to like mostly like do like a walking motion to walk in that shit, or can you like use a controller?
I don't know if they have like a stick controller,
it works,
right?
Is the controller does have an analog, I believe, but you don't walk with it. You kind of aim to where you want to go, and then it goes. Or some of them allow you to use the analog to go where you want to go. But other than that, you still do move quite a bit, and you know, you get into the game, right? So you it's
might
like when you're
try
driving
to get
racing
into
games,
it.
you know.
Yeah.
You turn with the turns, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm responsible.
I don't think I could do that either. The closest thing I've ever gotten would be like doing shit on the Wii, like the Wiimote and the Wii Sports shit. I loved frisbee and golf, like on the Wii. But like, if you don't hold that Wiimote, it's gonna go flying. That's like the closest thing I've ever done to VR shits, which is not really VR, but.
So you ever seen the videos where the dudes are playing like Wii Sports? and then they accidentally
wreck
throw
their
their hand
TV.
back and smack the shit out of their like 2-year-old.
Oh no! I gotta put a clip there right now, but no, but like I can't do anything that like if I'm playing a game, I want to be sitting down with the damn controller in my hand and relaxing and not like participating in the whatever shit I'm playing. You know.
I played Wii a little bit, but that was like 2009 when I had like that was like my first girlfriend I had. She used to play Wii all the time.
Oh, okay.
And we played freaking the big one was Super Mario Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was I think a couple others like she had Mario Kart and Guitar Hero and stuff.
Oh.
Ooh.
There was a game that I always wanted to try on Wii, but I never got to. Was I think it was called like Red Steel or something like that.
Oh, dude, like... the first one was crap. Don't worry.
Red Steel.
Yeah.
Is that a Western shooter game?
No, it's a shooter. You like half of it is using like samurai swords, and then the other half is like shooting.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played that, but yeah.
That looked cool, but I never got to play that because I never had a Wii.
Well, that's a Ubisoft Paris game. Man, fuck that game. We went full circle.
Fuck France.
Oh, well, I like French toast, so.
I like baguette.
Oh. All right.
Oh,
Texas toast for that bitch. No.
God damn it.
You guys ever have escargot?
Well, what is that?
Snails.
Oh, snails?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have. No.
I like it. I'm weird. Anyways, back to the game.
Well, all right, we're gonna have to touch on that in a different episode, man. We're gonna talk about how you made your gains, bro. Fucking escargots.
We're about to make a off episode called like fucked up foods.
Dude.
Yeah, let's not go down the road because I'll eat anything once.
Oh, well, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do that episode. Damn. Okay. Shoot. Back to gaming. All right, we covered kind of what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Can't think of anything off the top of my head of what else to cover.
Are we still on like good games or like?
Oh, just anything in general.
Just games you didn't expect to be as good as they were.
That were games that like I used to go like when I was younger. There was a Pizza Hut restaurant we always used to get our pizza from, and that particular Pizza Hut always had arcade games in it. So like the games that I loved playing over there, they had like I think it was one of the Metal Slug games.
Metal Slug? Yeah.
They had Metal Slug, and one that I never knew existed, like I saw it and was like, what the hell, was they had made a Die Hard arcade game.
Yeah.
It was like a beat 'em up kind of arcade game. That was pretty interesting. And then I think the rest was like I think they had a racer game and then a couple other I think they had like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And then you were talking about House of the Dead. I think the only one I played was, I want to say it was House of the Dead 3. It had the shotgun.
Oh yeah.
The shotgun light gun. That was pretty dope. And then what other ones we played? I think there was one other arcade game that was pretty fun, but it was like one of those cheap, low-budget ones. I think it was called like Area 51 or something.
Oh, dude, that was legit.
Yeah. You like it's just a one player shooter thing, and you have to shoot all the aliens, and it had all the little mini games. And then think there was one weird one. Was there's a movie theater that had a I think it was like one of those Cabela's hunting games, and you use like a little light shotgun and like hunt like deer and stuff.
Yeah, that one is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What I remember playing in arcades a lot, like Chuck E. Cheese and crap, is Arctic Thunder. That was the whatchamacallit, the snow version of Hydro Thunder. Driving snowmobiles like on these...
yeah, Hydro Thunder. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was like the... Okay, yeah.
So it was like snowmobile version of that. And I had it on the PS2 too, actually. I remember it was one of those games that never really saved your files properly, and you'd lose your stuff all the time.
Oh.
And my favorite character was playing as a snowman. But in the arcade, you'd sit on like a plastic snowmobile, and you'd feel the air like blowing on you as you played the track. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hydro Thunder was another one. Always had to play. And then, of course, nothing beats playing like fighting games on a stick arcade.
Yeah.
So always did those. But last year, I went to this pinball convention over here in San Jose, right? And it actually had like tons of arcade cabinets. Like it was heaven, dude.
Oh,
and
man.
There was, of course, pinball, like really vintage pinball machines. There's a bunch of light gun games, classics like old school Star Wars arcade cabinets that you never like knew existed. There's this Midway game. What the hell was it called? It was like a battle royale game before battle royale was a thing.
Was it like like a overhead, like party game kind of thing? Oh.
What is it? It was like, what? I'm gonna have to look it up and come back to this.
Yeah.
But it was a game I always wanted to play as a kid, because I remember in like those cheat code magazines.
Yeah.
That they had like this article where you could unlock Scorpion and Sub-Zero to play, and like kill all these people. It was so I finally got to play that as an adult, and it was fucking awesome. Worth the lifelong wait. But other than that, I don't really have too much experience with arcades. Love going to them.
Has there ever been an arcade game that you played like once and it was awesome, but then you could like never find it again?
Well, Sal, you mentioned that one, that Midway one. I don't think... I can't remember one that I played once and then kind of fell in love with it and then not knew what it was. Usually I would look up the games after I played them at the arcade when I got home, just to see what the hell it was. And I don't think I ever had one.
There was one, I played it one time, but this is like when I was really little. Because like we used to go to Chuck E. Cheese a lot, and there was this, I can't remember the name exactly. I want to say it was like Tropic Thunder or something like that, or something Thunder. But it was a attack helicopter game, and you sit in a chair, and the chair actually has like a helicopter like joystick, it's a full-on seat that has a like a helicopter driving stick, and you can like pull up and push down, and then it has a whole a lever on the side that you can push up or push down to like control your elevation, and you just go around and like shoot with like an Apache helicopter.
Oh shit!
That was a really... I played that like that one time, and then I couldn't ever find it again.
I'm gonna look it up and see if I can get a name and a picture for it.
I'm looking it up right now.
Let's see. Oh man, let's see. We got about 5 minutes till we hit the 50-minute mark.
Oh wow, that was
dude.
quick.
Yeah, no, we can go on. I'm telling you guys, we can fucking shoot the shit. Man, I gotta do a lot of editing, but we can shoot the shits like all day. It's just we need a topic. Damn. I guess we could brainstorm some more and maybe leave this one as is, unless you guys got something else going.
No, I agree. This is a good place.
Yeah.
I mean, we could keep going is the thing.
Yeah, it's just we just need a. We'll kind of brainstorm and then we'll come back with another. I guess that'll conclude this episode. Yeah. Any parting words?
Stay hydrated. Stay big like your dreams.
Oh.
Be safe.
Okay.
Be cool.
Okay.
Don't be, like I said in the last episode, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna work on our outros. That's all. Yeah. Wear a mask and wash your ass. All right, we're out.
Yeah.